All right, coordinator, NFL insider Mike Lombardi. He was on the Pat McPhee show on YouTube. Shout out to Pat McPhee. And he said that Matthew Stafford is available from the LA Rams. Now, you hear some Lion fans say, well, the Lions could get back Matthew. Oh, yeah, we'll do it. Fuck Lamar. We love Matthew. He lost so good here. And, it's so funny. You hear people talk about how Jared Goff's a winner. Man, it's all about what's around you. You've seen it with Matthew Stafford. He had a great team around him in LA. Sean McVay let him sling it around. He ended up getting that spine injury and whatever. And now they're ready to rebuild. Sean McVay tried to tap out and retire. They was like, oh, no, we're going to give you assurance. We're going to rebuild and give you time. And, we let you stay here. And, we're not going to put no pressure to win. And we can rebuild this the right way. And nobody want Matthew Stafford, bro, but the Detroit Lions possibly. A lot of people blame Detroit for shortcomings. The year they won the Super Bowl, they had to soup up the team, Von Miller, Odell Beckham, all these guys just to get over the hump and win a Super Bowl. Think about that for a minute. Everything had to be basically perfect, and he still threw the most interceptions. And if it wasn't for that Jakarski Tart guy dropping a pick in the NFC Championship game, this would have been an epic failure for the LA Rams. It would have been an epic failure for them. Had Tart just caught the fucking pick, they wouldn't have won shit. Think about that for it. They wouldn't have won nothing. So it wasn't a mythical. It wasn't a great trade. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing like without that play. They made sure they traded every asset. They got Ramsey, Donald, Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, Odell Beckham. They kept adding. And when you do that, just like Philadelphia, you're gonna pay the price. You got to pay Jalen Hurts, right? Guess what? A lot of them guys gonna walk away, and a lot gonna be on Jalen Hurts' shoulder. And for what y'all talk about Lamar Jackson and he ain't did this, he ain't had half the team that Jalen Hurts had. There's no disrespect to him, none whatsoever. Matthew Stafford had way better teams than Lamar and could not win. He had a top 3, 4, 5 defense, and on offense he had Calvin Johnson and Golden Tate at his peak of his powers, and they still couldn't get it done. And people praise him, throw rose petals at his feet. I understand fucking Verlander. His wife's fucking hot. He can pitch. He play every every 3 to 5 pitch days or whatever. It's only so much he can do. Understand celebrating Miguel Cabrera. They went to a World Series, had a great pitching staff. Anibal Sanchez. You go on and on and on. I get it. We all felt had they not disposed of the Yankees so quick, they bats wouldn't have got cold, and we would have probably won the World Series. I get it. They did something. They won a pennant. Matthew Stafford didn't even win a division. He didn't win a motherfucking playoff game. Nothing. Then y'all forgot when he started talking real stupid. See, people forget. I forget stuff too, but I don't forget a lot of stuff. When people wanted him to get a quarterback coach and he starts talking about, I don't need one in this, that, and the third. You hear some of the things about Anthony Richardson. He throw the ball hard. He don't got no touch. When Matthew Stafford came to Detroit, he didn't have no fucking touch neither. Let's not forget that. He didn't have no touch. He was injured his first 2 years, thanks to Jeff Backus in the 2-point stands versus Chicago. That was the Calvin Johnson catch game. I don't forget these things. I remember when the Lions have, I don't forget all the stuff. When they have expectations and they fail to meet them all the time, bro. I remember that. He had to learn to put some touch on the ball. He used to throw 60-yard rockets, bro, on the line. He used to drop the ball in the bucket, bro. He was throwing that shit on the rocket line. You learn it. You can learn to put touch on the ball. And Matthew Stafford still don't have the greatest touch on his football neither, but it's good enough. You learn. I'd rather have that problem than the guy who don't got enough arm to get the ball there. I'll tell you that. And now they want out the deal. And he just signed a new contract. With the Raiders come knocking. If the Jets don't get, Aaron, but the whole thing is the back injury. They was talking about he might have to retire off that injury. That was the talks. And he probably most likely should retire. He will be treated like a Hall of Famer in Detroit, but he is not a Hall of Fame quarterback. If he a Hall of Fame quarterback, put fucking Donovan McNabb in there, please. He is not a Hall of Fame quarterback. What, 1 or 2 Pro Bowl appearances, no All-Pro appearances, led the league in picks the Super Bowl year. They didn't win a Super Bowl because of Matthew. They won a Super Bowl because of the super team around Matthew. He won, 4 playoff games? And all of them came in the same fucking season. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. But that's just the way I see it. But some Lion fan out there gonna want him back and justify how he better than Lamar because he went to a super team and all this type of stuff, man. Like I said, man, I see stuff different. Everybody see what is. You gotta see what will be. Not only can you not forget what happened in the past, and you gotta live in the present. You gotta predict. When you look in the business world, it's about predictions, and a lot of times those predictions are way off. But it's better to be prepared. And like I said before, I can see the Raiders. Some quarterback go down, but it's gonna be hard. His physical gonna have to check out. And he need to be in the win. And then you wonder, is Aaron Donald even gonna come back now? They in full rebuild then. If you talking about moving Matthew Stafford, you wonder if Miami will bite. They talking about they GM talking about, well, I'm not scared to extend Tua. I'm just like, man, the amount of stupidity that's in this league. If you are, New Orleans already made their bid with Derek Carr. If you Carolina, do you say, and he already didn't want to come to Carolina, but then you go down, it's nothing much, and you won't trade him in the AFC West. If you Pittsburgh, do you try to do something, get Kenny Pickett some more time? If you believe he the guy, the Raiders, that's about it, bro. That's truly about it. So we have to wait and see exactly, what goes on with them and, how they do it, man. But wish him nothing but the best though. Wasn't the biggest fan of this fake mystique about him. Should be in the Lions ring of honor. That's just, to me, that's like them hanging up banners for making the playoffs. He didn't win. He didn't deserve to be celebrated as an elite Detroit athlete. And that's what quarterbacks are measured by, wins and losses. It's not like Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders won more playoff games than him. And he was running back. So, but hey, it is what it is. See if anybody bite, somebody quarterback get down, somebody desperate, you probably can get them for an 8th round draft pick, pun intended. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Link tree, the first link in the description. Peace.